You know how people always say real estate's the easiest way to make money. Buy land, sell it tomorrow, and boom, you are rich. In Nigeria, everybody has a land to sell. Everybody uncles have a land to sell, have properties to sell every day. But sometimes behind all this, there are so many dangers awaiting. Then in Bayelsa, a man named Emeka found out the hard way. Now, let me take you to the story. Emeka was a well-known man in the community and he sells lands to people, and people do trust him for the land he sells. They give him land and he sells it so perfectly fine. He's more like a middleman. Then come Ajero. On the surface, Ajero seems like a decent guy. He owned a plot of land and wanted to sell it. So one day he reached out to Emeka, telling him that he has a plot of land to sell. Emeka, on the other hand, this is his business and he knows how to do it well. He said, okay, bring it on. I can actually sell the land for you. I have buyers already are waiting for the land. Ajero wanted to sell his land, said, okay, no problem. This is the land, sell it for me. Emeka had to contact the buyers, which he already had much buyers at hand. Buyers came to check out the land the next day. They saw the land and they picked interest in the land, telling Emeka that they like the land and they are ready to make payments. But they asked for the documents. Emeka, on the other hand, had no documents at hand. He had to tell them that he would get the documents for them, vouching for Ajero because this is his business, so he doesn't want it to slip off his hands. So, because of the trust they have for Emeka, they agreed on making the payment, but they made the payment to Ajero directly. Emeka promising the buyers that the document would get to them the next day. Before the next day, Emeka had to call Ajero, telling him that the land has been sold, which he received the payment, and they are asking for the documents. Ajero agreed that he's going to send the documents to him, but he has to come and get the documents himself. Emeka, on the other hand, that this is his business, he is so perfectly sure that he would get the documents. He went to see Ajero to collect the documents, but something strange happened. That is why we are trying to tell you guys that you guys should be careful when buying land and where you buy land from. Emeka went to get the documents. Ajero had to send him a location where to come get the documents. Emeka went, but now the story had to become very serious. Emeka never come back from that place. Emeka never came back to his family. Ajero had to silence him. Silence him meaning he had to, end his life in the hard way. He ended his life, took his life, he killed him in the bush and had to hide him under a tree, covered him with plantain leaves. He ran off with the money, with a girl. But when your time is up, definitely you will be caught. That is one thing people don't know. Coming to Emeka and his family, Emeka is not dead, but the family never knew that he was dead. The wife being worried because his husband never stayed out, and they talked about not coming back home for 2 good days. 2 days. The wife had to start making contact, started calling people, but nobody knows where Emeka is, no whereabouts, no trace of him in any way. So suddenly a text came into the husband's phone that he left at home. She picked up the phone and had to read the message. Then the suspicions started arising. She went straight to the police and made a complaint. They picked it up from there, traced the number, traced the message, and they found out that Emeka was killed. Like they had to carry him to a bush and kill him there. But unfortunately for Ajero, he never knew that someone was at the scene, somewhere, watching, and he knew everything that happened. So they met the man, trying to, ask the old man that was at the farm that day. The man said that he heard a gunshot, but he thought maybe it's all these hunters, he never put interest in it. But when he had to go forward, he then saw a red car that drove out speedily. But before the car had to drive out, he copied out the plate number of the car. The police had to collect the plate number and they went in search of the body in the bush. Fortunately, they saw Emeka covered somewhere. Had to take him to the morgue. Then they went into investigation and they found out that the car belongs to Ajero. They traced Ajero and met Ajero at the bus park with his girlfriend. They were trying to elope, to leave the community, to leave the country. That was when they caught Ajero and had him arrested. So my friends, I don't understand, or will I say I don't know if this story touches something. But to me, it's really very, very educative to me. In this case, if you were the one that was duped or let's say scammed of this, what would be your action? What would you do? Because now those people that bought this land, and do you know that this land is not just owned by Ajero? This land, Ajero sells the land repeatedly. If he sells for you today without the documents, he will sell for someone else tomorrow without the documents. If you are the one, what would you do? This story is coming to you today because it's a life story. It happened. Share this story and give us your opinion in the comment section so that some people out there will also learn from this.